I've seen him fight a few times. He's fought for a world title before. He's had over 100 amateur fights, but I knew he was good, so I knew him more than other people just writing him off.
And you
But
still didn't
even
think
I
he would do
didn't
it.
think.
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah, I thought he would surprise people in that he would
Last
catch
longer.
Joshua because he's got fast hands.
Yeah.
That's what he's known for. His fast hands.
Yeah.
But I did not expect that. Yeah, but what did you think of it when you heard of it?
I mean,
I'm
I was
presuming
shocked.
you saw some clips.
I was shocked. I thought it was like a foregone conclusion. I think more or less like everybody else did. Especially when you're the substitute fighter, it's kind of like you just have to turn up because we need a second person. Yeah. But sometimes
people are saying it's not as big as the Tyson Douglas, but I disagree. I think just because, like from a casual fan perspective, let's say, who doesn't really watch boxing, and you look at him, just look at the two bodies, you know, you would not expect that. And it wasn't just a lucky punch either. Not that Tyson's was, but it wasn't a lucky punch. It was, he quit. He didn't want to carry on.
Exactly. He dealt with him.
Yeah.
But sometimes
you hear all the stories after
about
Joshua wasn't right.
Yeah. Well, what do you reckon? Do you reckon there's some substance to those or just excuses?
No, not at all. So that's why I think it's such a big surprise that people are like, oh, it must have been.
There must be something
wrong with him. I've heard everything. Obviously, I read all the silly comments on Twitter. I've heard everything. I've heard from he was knocked out in sparring. Like a few days before, which wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
I've heard he had a panic attack in the dressing room.
That's the one that I heard. Yeah.
And then exactly. But everyone's saying that's not the case. And then I've heard it wasn't him; it was someone else.
What? That was fighting. That was in the ring.
It wasn't him, mate. I've also heard it was the Mexican cartel got involved.
Oh,
and then they were saying,
and threatened him.
You were like, you can't win this. You're an Americaner. You can't win.
What? So smash your face into his fist and then don't win.
Yeah.
That was the plan.
Yeah, because he knocked him down first, right? AJ knocked Ruiz down first. So I think that if that was the case, that would have been a bit of a silly move.
Exactly. It's like, please get up.
Yeah. For me, it was what I saw. It was he knocked him down, and usually when Joshua knocks an opponent down, he wants to finish him. He thinks, like,
exactly,
and he thinks as well, like, this is Ruiz. Look at what it looks like.
I know.
I've knocked him down. This is my time to finish. And him and Wilder are the same. Whenever they think they've hurt their opponent, they run in, they rush in, and they leave themselves open. And that's what happened. He left himself open and he got caught. And he was concussed ever since getting caught on the top of the head. And that's what happened. But no, it's something's not right and blah blah blah.
I know, mate. When you've got your prized fighter or your prized horse or whatever it is, you'll make up any excuse under the sun to maintain that like stature for that person. Like I've seen him in adverts after that. I've seen him in adverts.
He's not making excuses.
Yeah.
His team's not making excuses. Yeah. It's all these fanboys making excuses.
Of course, that's where the power comes from in sports, mate. The fanboys.
Yeah, mad. But it got me to thinking though, because a lot of people afterwards, that you get those people after the fact. Yeah. They start going, oh yeah, well I kind of knew something, blah 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 blah. And a lot of people were saying, oh well, Andy Ruiz Jr. He's Mexican, and you don't write Mexicans off. What's that mean?
Yeah.
Well, he was Mexican. So I was just like, my topic was just going to be, the stereotypes of people in sport. Okay, so, for example, in boxing, Mexicans are known for not having any defense, but just going for it, they'll just going wild. They'll probably, no technique, but just fight with their heart kind of thing.
Okay, yeah.
You know?
I don't know. Is that a compliment, mate? I don't think that's a compliment.
It isn't really,
No.
but people like that kind of style.
Okay.
You know, and then like people will say, oh, that it's a Mexican style fight, and in that it's just people just lugging it out.
That kind of sounds...
I think if you're a boxer, you wouldn't really like that stereotype because, you know, boxing isn't just about that.
And haven't you been training? So what is your actual training? Just do what you want for an hour and we'll come back tomorrow and do what you want for an hour. You've got zero technique.
But what it means more is like, you know, you've got the heart, you'll never quit. You know what I mean? All right. And Japanese boxers have the same thing as well, like just never quit kind of. Oh, he's a Japanese. Like, commentators will know nothing about the fighter and say, oh, he's a Japanese fighter, so you can't write him off. You know, he's going to go to the end. And you hear that horrible people saying like, oh, he's a kamikaze style fighter. Yeah. You know, I hate that.
Of course.
You know, it's really stupid.
Yeah.
But they'll use the stereotype in sport, and then it got me thinking. You know, like in football.
Yeah.
You've got like. Brazil are the samba boys.
Yeah.
You've got the reggae boys and you know, and they kind of they play to a beat. The tippy tappy football is like playing to a samba beat.
All right, yeah, I can get that for Brazil. What reggae boys? Do they play to a beat, mate?
Not but with reggae boys, it was more like why they can't just be the Jamaica team. They had to be called the reggae boys. You know what I mean? Well, why did they have to be called the reggae? But maybe it meant they were kind of laid back. I don't know.
Nah, I think it's just the only thing I know about Jamaica is reggae.
The Bob Marley boys.
Exactly. And that's what they call
it. Do you see anything like watching football or anything like that? Do you have
what stereotypes?
Do you see any like stereotypes?
But then
some of them, African nations.
Some of them you might see as stereotypes, but there are certain characteristics of teams and teams from certain places. Just like, you know, in the Premier League, we know that it's a much more physical game than it is in like La Liga or elsewhere in Europe.
Well, the English team, isn't it, was always known as like a physical kind of like no technique, but just like physically. That they'll bash you up kind of thing. Exactly. You've got to be tough to beat them.
Yeah, but like the Spanish team would be like quite precise with their passing, and they'll be actually tactical in their attack. Wasn't there a point where Spain didn't even have strikers? They just had loads of midfield passing players.
Yeah, but I remember even before they won the World Cup. You know, when we were younger, they were known as just playing nice football but never winning anything.
Yeah.
And that was a kind of Spanish mentality of they used to say that it was because they weren't winners. You know, like the German stereotype is that they're winners. They'll find a way to win in football. You know?
Yeah, I can't really think who else has those kind of stereotypes around them, because I think it's like the team has a character to them, especially depending who's in the team. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I remember thinking though, you know that when we were younger, watching the African nations, and then thinking, oh, they take more chances.
Yeah, definitely.
Damn.
Oh, well, you can hear
studio with your motorbike.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wait, your basement's crap, man. You can't be hearing. You can't be hearing motorbikes in the basement.
Jokes.
But I remember thinking they take more risks because they used to. I remember a Okocha used to just shoot from anywhere, and they just like look, you know, and that kind of thing. And do you remember with Cameroon in 1990 with Roger Milla when he scored and he did like the dance, and everyone was like, oh, you know, kind of. Something different is, you know, and also their first match they kicked lumps out of Argentina, and it was just more like, I don't know, like a raw,
exactly, raw. They've got a different temperament,
force, you know,
that they're ready to actually go mano a mano. It's not about pass the ball round me and run away. It's like, can you go through me? Can you go through me? Do you get me? Man to man. There's something I like about that. But look, strategic tactical football can beat that easily on a regular basis. And that's almost, I think, what the African game has needed a lot more of. That they needed to get more tactical. And here's the thing as well. When you play amongst yourselves, it's like a little...
There we go. Yeah. We were all waiting for the siren.
Mate, I'm on the front line out here. Front line, South London. I can't help it, mate. But that's the actually. That's the statistical anomaly.
In
but that's the first one.
East London.
Jokes.
Go on, mate. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm saying that when those teams play against each other, since they're all similar in that style anyway, it's like an echo chamber that it just reinforces that characteristic of their game. Which is why I love the World Cup and stuff like that, because you get to see so many different styles and approaches and which one will win out against the other. But maybe they just need to play each other more often.
You go into the games thinking about the stereotypes, though, don't you?
Yeah.
You think, it's an Asian team that's smaller. Yeah. Perhaps. You just think if it's a Scandinavian team, they're going to be organised but not very exciting. It's like But you get the exceptions to the rule. You get like players like Ibrahimovic.
Yeah.
All of these players that are exceptions. But I don't know, it's weird to... Do you think you have that in other sports as well?
Let me think. So, on a national perspective, I don't think so, mate. Like, let's think cricket, yeah? I'm sure every cricket team is exactly the same. I don't know about cricket, mate. No, I don't watch cricket neither, but that's my point. Really? Because every single cricket team is exactly the same. But there's no...
No, we can't say...
I throw the ball this way instead. Or I hit the ball like this. Or I catch the ball like this.
No,
those are the three aspects of the game.
They're going to have their own stereotype as well, but we just don't know about
it. Like what? Like, the Caribbean team likes spin bowlers. Mate, everybody likes a spin bowler.
Reggae boys.
Huh?
They must do, man. They must do.
Well, yeah, we're not experts. We're amateurs when it comes to cricket, so they do.
Because I think Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah,
I think he's quite un-British in the way he is, like the way he takes risks, and he's quite arrogant, and he's a winner basically.
Yeah, you say that. Like,
British people don't really like him, do they?
Yeah, but then that's a bit different, because you're not comparing him to other British drivers, or are you saying that amongst all British F1 drivers?
Well, I think people are, though, because people might be talking about what's his name, Damon Hill and Nigel Mansell, and they were kind of you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But they were also of
a boring personality.
But they were also of a different time, and I don't think you can say that if you're from this particular country, you drive with this particular style. I think that's where it starts to break down. To be honest, I even think that it's not even... It's like a bit of a fallacy in the first place. That this particular country
I do
this
as well.
Particular stereotype.
I do, and I don't like it when particularly if there's like a Mexican boxer that comes to England, and I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Which means that he's not particularly good, because I watch boxing a lot. And then he'll fight some guy that's the prospect, and then all the commentators would say is, "Oh, we know he's Mexican, so he's going to be tough." It's like, well, he's a boxer, so he's going to be tough.
Exactly.
He's a boxer, It's not really Mexican.
Yeah. Maybe these things come down to like language and conversation, rather than like any real substance. When a commentator runs out of stuff to say, what else is he going to say? He's going to fall back on stereotypes.
Yeah, but when we run out of stuff to say, we don't just be racist.
It's true.
But it is lazy, isn't it? It's just lazy kind of.
and lazy as
they
in
say,
not knowing